Hello, I'm Holly Stein, and we're here today in my kitchen so that I can share with you the recipe for peanut butter cookies. Now, this was the recipe my grandmother used. It's delicious, and it's very easy. So let's get started. First, we're going to go over here and we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees, which I've already done. And while that's preheating, we're going to go over here and we're going to get to our ingredients. And this recipe is very easy. It only takes 4 ingredients. So the first thing you need to have, most importantly, is 1 cup peanut butter, 1 egg, a cup of sugar. It can be white or brown. It's completely up to you. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So what we're going to do to put these all together is we're going to take our peanut butter and we're going to scoop it into our bowl. Then we're going to take our egg, which I've already cracked, and I'm going to put that in the bowl. And then I like to just start getting it kind of combined so that it's all together. It's really, really, really easy. It doesn't take too awfully long. And then I'm going to add my teaspoon of vanilla extract. Right here. Now at this point, and this one's also completely up to you, you could add a half a cup of chocolate cocoa powder, and that'll make a chocolate peanut butter cookie, but that's completely up to you. We're not going to do it right here because we're going to stick with the basic one. Okay. And then, after we get that kind of combined, this is when I like to add my sugar. It doesn't really necessarily matter what way you do it, but this is when I like to add it at the very end. All right, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to combine this all so it's one big happy concoction, and it takes a few minutes to do. Like I said, this was my grandmother's recipe, and we used to go over to her house when I was little, and we used to bake a lot. My grandmother was a really big into baking. She very much enjoyed it. So once your ingredients was combined, see how easy that was? It took less than a minute to get all that combined. And that's about what you get. It's very moist dough. So when we do that, we're going to come get our cookie sheet, ungreased. And you can do this one of 2 ways. You can either use just a spoon. My grandmother and I used to put a spoonful in our hands and we roll it in little balls and put it on there. But as an adult, I don't like to get my hands as dirty, so I like to use a cookie scoop. So what I do is I take a little dough and I scoop it on. And we'll do this a few times. It doesn't have to be perfect. As my mother always says, it'll look worse when it hits your stomach. And we're only going to do a few of these right now. This is one of my favorite recipes for peanut butter cookies. And it's good if you're on a low-carb diet because there's not much flour involved. Alright, so I'm just going to make 6 cookies for right now. Alright, now these don't flatten very much on their own. So what we do is we use the help of our handy-dandy little fork. And I like to just make a crisscross pattern. Makes it kind of decorative. And like I said, they don't have to be perfect. So you have your cookies. And now what we're going to do is we're going to stick them in the oven and we're going to let them bake for 8 minutes. And after 8 minutes, you pull them out, and once they're cool to the touch, you'll have a delicious peanut butter cookie. You can serve with milk, coffee, anything that would taste good to you. Like I said, this was my grandmother's recipe. It's one of my favorite. It's a comfort food for me. Also, it'll make you the life of the party. Thank you for letting me show you how to make my grandmother's peanut butter cookies. Thank you.